Welcome to my channel. I hope you like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this coat, jacket, or cardigan sweater for girls between 2 and 3 years old. Now, you can easily make it smaller or bigger. I'd say from 1 to 2 years old and up to 6 to 7 years old. Down here in the information box, I'll go ahead and leave you some information on how you can easily make it smaller or bigger, so be sure to check that out. And as always, if you prefer a written pattern, check out my Etsy shop. I'll leave the link to my Etsy shop in the information box below. Thank you so much for your support. Now, to make this little coat, I used medium number 4 yarn. You can also use Aran weight or 10 ply. You're going to need about 295 grams for the 2 to 3 year size. You will need less or more depending on the size that you make. Okay, let's get started. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the notifications bell, and if you like this tutorial, please hit the like button. Thanks for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 4.5mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this medium number 4 yarn. I'm using Red Heart Bunches of Hugs. So to begin, I have 50 chains. This chain here measures about 33 centimeters, which is about 13 inches. Okay, so on the second chain from the hook, we're going to make a single crochet into the next chain, single crochet into the next, and so on. For this first row, this is all I'm going to do, just single crochets. At the end of this first row, you should have a total of 49 single crochets. Continue, and I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. I finished the first row. I have 49 single crochets. Now for the second row, chain 1 and turn. On top of the first single crochet, make a single crochet. On top of the next, make a single crochet on top of the next, and so on. For this second row, this is all we're going to do. We're just going to make single crochets. At the end of the second row, you should have a total of 49 single crochets again. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. I finished the second row. I have 49 single crochets. Now for the third row, chain 3 and turn. In this row, we're going to work V-stitches. So here we're going to skip 1, 2, and into the third single crochet. I'm counting the first single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, into the third single crochet, make a V-stitch. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Skip 1 single crochet and into the next, make another V-stitch. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the same single crochet. Again, skip 1 and into the next, another V-stitch. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. This is all we're going to do for this third row, so continue like this, and I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of this row of V-stitches. Now to finish this third row, we're going to skip 1, and into the last here, I'm going to make a double crochet. Now for this third row, I have a total of 23 V-stitches. Now for the fourth row, chain 3, turn. Here inside each one of the V-stitches, we're going to make V-stitches, but we're going to make a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. So instead of 1 chain, we're going to make 2 chains. Again, inside the next, a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Continue like this for this fourth row. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of this fourth row. Now to finish this row, we're going to pinch the second chain here at the end and make a double crochet. And that's how we finish the fourth row with 23 V-stitches. Now for the fifth row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Inside each one of these V-stitches, we're going to make fans. So beginning here, make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Inside the next V-stitch, same thing, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Continue like this for this fifth row. I will meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of this fifth row. I have a total of 23 fans. Now to finish, we're going to pinch the second chain here and make a double crochet at the end. And this is how I finish the fifth row with 23 fans. Now for the sixth row, chain 3, turn. Inside each one of these fans, we're going to make V-stitches. So inside the first one, make a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Inside the next one, same thing, double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Continue like this for this 6th row. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of this 6th row. I have a total of 23 V-stitches to finish. Here on the 2nd chain at the end, we're going to make a double crochet. Now for the 7th row, chain 3, turn. Inside each one of these V-stitches, you're going to make a fan of 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 1 chain, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Inside the next one, same thing. Continue like this, making 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochets inside each one of the V-stitches, all the way to the end of this 7th row. So continue like this, and I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 7th row. I have a total of 23 fans. To finish, we're going to go here into the 2nd chain at the end and make a double crochet. Now for the 8th row, chain 3, turn. Inside each one of the fans, we're going to work V-stitches. We're going to make double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Now between the fans right here in the middle, between these two, make 1 double crochet, and again inside the next fan, make a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet, and then again between the 2 fans right in the center, make a double crochet. This is how we're going to continue for the 8th row, so continue like this, and I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of the 8th row. To finish, we're going to go here to the 2nd chain and make a double crochet at the end, and this is how I finish this 8th row. Now I have a total of 23 V-stitches, and I have a total of 24 double crochets, including the first double crochet at the beginning and at the end. So 24 double crochets and 23 V-stitches. Now for the 9th row, chain 3 and turn. Here, each one of these V-stitches, we're going to do the following. The first double crochet that's here, we're going to work a front post double crochet. Inside the chain 2 space of the V-stitch, you're going to make 3 double crochets. And then this double crochet here of this V-stitch, a front post double crochet. So we did front post double crochet, 3 double crochets inside, and then front post double crochet. Now we have the double crochet in between the V-stitches. You're just going to make a double crochet on top, and then again we have the next V-stitch, make a front post double crochet, inside make 3 double crochets, and then a front post double crochet again, and then a double crochet on top of the double crochet. This is how you're going to work each one of the V-stitches and the double crochets for this 9th row. So continue like this, and I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of this 9th row. To finish, we're just going to make a double crochet here into the 2nd chain at the end, and this is how I finish this 9th row. Now for the 10th row, chain 3 and turn. Here what we're going to do is just double crochet. So we have the fans. This is the fan. So we have 5 double crochets, so we're going to make 5 double crochets, and then 1 double crochet here into the center double crochet. So here, let me show you. We're going to make 1 double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the first fan, see? Then we have the double crochet in the center, make 1 double crochet, and then again you're going to work the next fan, so 5 double crochets. Continue like this, just making double crochets, and I'll meet you at the end of this 10th row to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of the 10th row. Now to finish, we're going to go into the 2nd chain here at the end and make a double crochet here at the end. And this is how I finished the 10th row with a total of 139 double crochets, including the 3 chains here at the beginning. Now for the 11th row, chain 3 and turn. Here in this row, we're going to work front post and back post double crochet. So beginning into the second double crochet, 1, 2, into this one, we're going to work a front post double crochet. Next one, back post double crochet, front post double crochet, back post double crochet. Continue like this for this 11th row, just alternating between a front post and a back post double crochet all the way to the end. I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 11th row. Now here to finish, we're going to make one last double crochet here into the second chain at the end. So this is how I finished the 11th row with 139 double crochets. Now our yoke is done. This is what it looks like. Now I've measured it, and from the top of the neckline down to the end, it's measuring about 5 inches, which is about 13 centimeters. So in the next row, we're going to divide our sleeve. So what I've done here, I've already placed my stitch markers. So between this stitch marker and this first stitch, I have 20 double crochets. Then for the sleeves, I have 29. Between this stitch marker here in the back and this one, I have 41. This is the back. And again, for the sleeve, I have 29. And then here we have 20. So we have 20, 20, 29, 29 for the sleeves, and for the back we have 41. Now we're going to start counting rows. So here for the first row, chain 3 and turn. These 3 chains counts as your first double crochet. Now into the next, make a double crochet into the next, and continue until you have these 20 double crochets. I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these 20 double crochets, including the 3 chains. Now I've chained 8. We're going to skip 29 double crochets, and into the stitch after the stitch marker, which is this one here, we're going to make a double crochet. Here we're going to work these 41 double crochets for the back, and then once you get here, you're going to again chain 8. Skip these 29 double crochets, and into the next stitch here after the stitch marker, you're going to make your double crochet and then finish these last 20 stitches here. So I will meet you at the end of this first row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these last 20 double crochets. Remember, here at the end, we always make one last double crochet into that second chain. And this is how I finished the first row, and you should have a total of 81 stitches. We have 20 plus 20 plus 41 for the back. Now, for the second row, we're going to chain 3, turn, and here we're going to work 19 double crochets. So the 3 chains counts as your first double crochet. So into the next, make a double crochet into the next, and so on. Continue, and I'll meet you right about here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these 19 double crochets, including the 3 chains. Now, here under the sleeve, this is what we're going to do here and on the other side. So into this last double crochet, out of the 20 that we have for this front panel, you're going to make 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Into the first, second, and third chain, you're going to make 1 double crochet on each. So beginning into this first chain, make 1 double crochet. Into the second, make 1 double crochet. Into the third, 1 double crochet. Into the fourth and fifth chain, make 2 double crochets on each, 1 and 2. Into the next, same thing, 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. And into the 6th, 7th, and 8th chain, make 1 double crochet on each. And my last chain. Now into this first double crochet for the back, we're going to do 2 double crochets. So these are going to be our increases. You're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So here you should have 14 double crochets. So beginning here, counting the first 2 double crochets that are on top of this last double crochet, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 double crochets here. Now here you're just going to continue and work these double crochets for the back side, and into this last double crochet you're going to make 2 double crochets. Then you're going to do the same thing we just did here under the sleeve. Into the first, second, and third chain you're going to make 1 double crochet on each. Into the fourth and fifth chain make 2 double crochets on each, and then into the 6th, 7th, and 8th chain you're going to make 1 double crochet on each, and into this first double crochet for this front panel you're going to make 2 double crochets, and then you're just going to finish with these last 19 double crochets. I will meet you at the end of this second row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row. Now to finish, go into the second chain here at the end and make a double crochet. Now at the end of this second row, I have a total of 105 double crochets. Now for the third row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, we're going to work front post and back post double crochet. So beginning into this next double crochet, the second one, make a front post double crochet, into the next back post double crochet, next one front post double crochet, and so on. Continue like this for this row, and I'll meet you at the end, here at the end of this third row, to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this third row. This is where we did front post and back post double crochets. To finish, here at the end into the second chain, make a double crochet. And that's how we finish this third row with a total of 105 double crochets. Now in the next row, we're going to add some pleats to this little jacket. So if you notice, I have lots of stitch markers here. So let me tell you where you need to place your stitch markers. Okay, so here I have 13 stitches. So into this 13th double crochet, put a stitch marker. Let me fix this. So we have 1 stitch marker here. This is 13, and then we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Add another stitch marker, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Add another stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 14. So put a stitch marker right there. And then here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Add a stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Add a stitch marker. And then here we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Add a stitch marker. And here you should have 13. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So 13, 13, 13, 13, then 13 here, but then I have a stitch marker in the 14th stitch, and then 13, 13, 13. That's how you're going to put your stitch markers there. Okay, so you should have 7 stitch markers. Now in the next row, I'm going to show you how we're going to work these pleats. So to do them, now that you have your stitch markers, here we're going to chain 3 and turn. Now we're going to work double crochets until we come to this one here. So there should be three double crochets before the stitch marker. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 double crochets, and we have the next 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3. Now into these next 3, I'm going to make 3 double crochets, but I'm only going to go through the front loops like this. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to turn, and into these 3 stitches that we have here, these are the back loops that we left, I'm going to make 3 double crochets, but we're going to go from the bottom up. So yarn over, Here's the first one. From the bottom up, make a double crochet. That's 1 into the next, 2 into the next, 3. Okay, so here's the little, like a little curve. Now we're going to turn and we're going to come back and make 3 double crochets again, but we're going to make them here to the side. I'm not going to turn yet because I want to show you where I'm going to put these next stitch. From the top down like this, we're going to go into this stitch. From the top down, we're going to make the next one, and from the top down into this same stitch, we're going to make the third. So let me show you. We're going to turn, yarn over from the top down into that stitch that I showed you. It's the same one where we did these double crochets. Make a double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, like this. So we have the little curve there. Now I'm going to work 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, but we're only going to go through the back loop. 1, 2, that's 3. Now into these 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, which are the front loops, we're going to work 3 double crochets from the top down. See, like this. That's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to turn and we're going to work 3 double crochets into these same stitches where we just did these 3, right there to the side, right here. But we're going to work these from the bottom up into that same stitch. Make a double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. And here's the first pleat. See, right there. That's what it looks like. Now here we're going to work 7 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets, and we have 1, 2, 3 into these next 3. Make double crochets, but only go through the front loops. 1, 2, 3. Turn into these 3 remaining back loops. From the bottom up, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and into these same 3 stitches to the side right here, we're going to come back and make 3 double crochets. So turn, so from the top down to the side right there, make your first double crochet, second, and third. Okay, here's the little curve. Now we're going to make 3 double crochets into the next 3, but only go through the back loop. 1, 2, 3, turn, and into these remaining 3 loops, make 3 double crochets from the top down. 1, 2, 3. Now turn, and into these same 3 stitches from the bottom up, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And here's our second pleat right there. Now we're going to work 7 double crochets here. These you can make them going through both loops. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Into the next 3, make 3 double crochets, but only go through the front loop. 1, 2, 3, turn, from the bottom up, make 3 double crochets into these remaining loops. 1, 2, 3, turn, from the top down, make 3 double crochets into the same stitches we just did the last 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now make 3 double crochets, but only go through the back loop. So 1, 2, 3. Turn into these 3 remaining stitches. From the top down, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Turn into the same stitches we just did these last 3. Just move your double crochets to the side and into that same stitch from the bottom up, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And here's our third pleat. See, that's what it looks like. Now again, let me show you this last one. So here we're going to make 8 double crochets instead of 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 double crochets, and into these next 3, 1, 2, 3, make 3 double crochets, but only go through the front loop. 1, 2, 3, turn, from the bottom up in these remaining 3 stitches, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and into these 3 stitches from the top down into the same, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and into the next 3, make 3 double crochets, but only go through the back loop. 1, 2, 3, turn, into these 3 remaining stitches here. 1, 2, 3. Make 3 double crochets from the top down. 1, 2, and 3. Turn into these next 3 same stitches. Just push them to the side from the top, from the bottom up. Make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And here's our center pleat right there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here, same thing, we're going to work 8 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only these here have 8. The rest have 7 in between. And into the next 3, same thing. Make 3 double crochets, but only go through the front loop like this. And I think from here on you already get the point of how this is worked. So continue and finish these last 3 here, and I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 4th row. We added a total of 7 pleats. Here's the last 2. Now to finish here, just go here into the 2nd chain at the end and make a double crochet. At the end of this 4th row, I have a total of 190 double crochets. Now for the 5th row, we're just going to work double crochets. So to do that, chain 3 and turn. On top of each one of these double crochets, beginning into the 2nd one here, make a double crochet. I'm going to make double crochets here until I come to the 1st pleat, so that you can see that here there's nothing special. We're just going to follow each one of the double crochets and make these double crochets for this row. So here's the first curve right there. You're just going to follow these double crochets, and on top of each one just make 1 double crochet like this. See? Here's the next one. And then make these in the center. And here's the next curve. We're still here in the 1st pleat. Just follow each one of these double crochets around, and on top of each one you make a double crochet. There's nothing special here, it's just do 1 double crochet on each one of the double crochets. And here's the 1st pleat. This is all you're going to do for this row, and that's what it looks like. So continue, and I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 5th row. This is where we did double crochets all around. To finish, we're going to make 1 last double crochet here at the end. And this is how I finished this 5th row with a total of 190 double crochets. Now for the 6th row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, we're going to work the row of front post and back post double crochets. We're going to repeat these 3 rows from here on. 2 rows of double crochets, and then the 3rd row is going to be your front post and back post double crochets. So beginning here into the 2nd double crochet, make a front post double crochet, into the next back post double crochet, into the next front post double crochet, and so on. Continue like this, just alternating between a front post and a back post double crochet all the way to the end. I will meet you at the end of this row to show you again what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 6th row. This is where we did front post and back post double crochets to finish. Here at the end into the 2nd chain here, make a last double crochet. And this is how I finished the 6th row with a total of 190 double crochets. From here on, you're always going to end with 190 double crochets, and you're always going to repeat these last 3 rows that we did. The 2 rows of double crochets, and then the 3rd row is the front post and back post double crochet rows. So here for rows 7 and 8, you're just going to chain 3 and turn, and you're going to work these 2 rows of double crochet. So into the 2nd double crochet, make a double crochet into the next, double crochet into the next, and so on. So continue like this, repeating these 3 rows, the 2 rows of double crochets, and then the 3rd row of front post and back post double crochets. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do, but continue, and I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 19th row. The 19th row is this row of double crochets. So from here, where we divided the sleeves up to this row of double crochets, I have 19 rows. So let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 rows. Then I did 1 row of single crochets. I thought I was recording this part, but it wasn't. So all you have to do is just chain 1, turn, and then make 1 single crochet on each one of these double crochets, beginning on top of the first double crochet here. See? Here at the end. So chain 1 and into the same stitch make a single crochet, and then continue making single crochets until you come here to the very end. So now in this next row, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3, turn, and here we're going to make V-stitches. So we're going to skip 1, 2, and into the 3rd, make a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Skip 1, 2, and into the 3rd, make another V-stitch. This is all we're going to do for this row, just these V-stitches. So skip 1, 2, and into the 3rd, make your next V-stitch. Continue like this for this row, and I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this row of V-stitches. Here at the end, I still have 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here, I'm going to skip 1, and into the 2nd stitch, I'm going to make my last V-stitch. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now to finish, on top of the last double crochet, make a double crochet. And this is how I finish this row with a total of 63 V-stitches. Now for the next row, chain 3 and turn. Now for this row, inside this first V-stitch, we're going to make 5 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the next V-stitch, make a single crochet. Into the next, make 5 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the next, a single crochet. This is all we're going to do for this row. So you're just going to make a fan of 5 double crochets, then a single crochet, fan, and then a single crochet. Continue like this, and I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this row where we did fans, and then in the center we did a single crochet. So here, to finish, we're going to make 1 last double crochet. We're going to pinch this 2nd chain at the end and make a double crochet. And this is how I finish this row of fans. Now, if you want to leave this part here like this, you can. I'm going to do 1 more row. So to do that, chain 1, turn, and here on top of this first double crochet, make a single crochet. Now, all of these double crochets that form this fan, we're going to make front post half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook like this, grab a loop, and make your front post half double crochet. Next one, same thing, front post half double crochets. This is all I'm going to do here at the end on each one of these double crochets that form this fan, like this. Now, in the center we have the single crochet, so we're going to make another single crochet there, and then again we have the next fan, so front post half double crochets on each one of the double crochets. So front post, half double crochet, front post, half double crochet, front post, half double crochet, and then in the center, 1 single crochet. This is how you're going to continue for this last row, and that's what it looks like. So continue, and I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making this row of front post half double crochets here along the bottom. Now at the end here, all I did was make 1 single crochet into the second chain at the end, cut my yarn and pass my yarn through that last loop, and this part here is done. So this is what it looks like. Now it looks very pretty as a dress as well, but I'm going to continue as my original design, which is a baby coat or a little jacket or a sweater. But if you want to make this into a little dress, I think it looks super nice as well. I'm going to make the same version, I think, but using perhaps a lighter yarn and maybe cotton yarn so that it's a nice summer dress. Okay, so stay tuned for that tutorial. Anyways, so here, we finished here at this end, so now we're going to go here at this other end. And on top of this single crochet that we did here with the same yarn, I'm just going to pull a loop like this, chain 1, and into this same stitch here, make a single crochet. Now, we have these stitches here along the edge. So here what we're going to do is we're going to start with 2 single crochets and into the next 1. 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 This is how we're going to continue all the way to the top. So 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, all the way to the top. So I will meet you here, right about here, to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the top. I have a total of 49 single crochets. Up to here, this is the last double crochet for this row. I had 46, then I added 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So now what we're going to do in the next row is we're going to make our buttonholes. So to do this, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Here I have put stitch markers. So into this second single crochet, here's the first one or the last one that I did, then I added a stitch marker. Between each one of the stitch markers, I have 9 stitches. So into the 10th stitch, I've put my stitch marker. I'm only going to put 5 buttonholes. If you want to do more, just make sure that you have the same number of stitches between each buttonhole. So here, to do this part, I've already chained 1 and we turned into this first single crochet right here, make a single crochet, chain 1, skip 1 single crochet, and into the next make a single crochet. Now the buttons that I'm going to use are small, these here. If you're going to use bigger buttons, then make sure that this chain space here that we left is big enough for the button that you're going to use. You may need to then chain 2 and then skip 2 single crochets instead. Okay, so here I have 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 single crochets, chain 1, skip 1 single crochet and into the next, make a single crochet, and then continue in the same way. I will meet you here at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. Into this last stitch here, I'm going to make my last single crochet. Now chain 1, turn. Here we're going to go back up, making single crochet. So into this last single crochet that I did, make a single crochet, into the next single crochet. Here where we have our chain 1 space for our buttonholes, I'm only going to do 1 single crochet because I only left 1 chain. If you left 2, then you make 2 single crochets. So here's the first buttonhole, and then I'm just going to continue my way up doing the same thing. So continue, and I'll meet you here at this other end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the top now. Into this last single crochet here, I'm going to make 1 more. We're going to work single crochets along the neckline. So into this next stitch right here, make a single crochet, into this stitch, make a single crochet, and now here you're just going to work one single crochet into each one of these chain stitches that were left from when we did the first row. So continue around the neckline, and I'll meet you here at this other end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at this other end of the neckline. Into this last single crochet, I'm going to make one more. So this is one, and into this next stitch here, that's two, into the next three. Now here we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. We're going to alternate between one single crochet, then two. One, two. One and two. Continue like this. Make sure that once this part here is done, you have 49 single crochets, because that's what we had on the other side. So continue, and I'll meet you here at this end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these single crochets here for this side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make two more rows. So chain one, turn for the second row into this first single crochet, make your first single crochet, then continue your way up, just making single crochets. At the end of this second row, you should have 49 single crochets. When you come here to the top into this stitch right here, you're going to make your last single crochet right here, then chain one, turn, and make your first single crochet into that last single crochet, and continue your way down for your third row. I'll meet you at the end of the third row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished this third row here. All I did was just join to the first stitch, cut my yarn, pass my yarn through that last loop, and then I just hid my end here under this first row. And this part here is done. I've went ahead and added the little buttons as well. I added 5. This is what it looks like. As it is, you can leave it like this. It looks like a little dress, but we're going to continue and add sleeves so that it turns into a little coat. So here we're going to go under this sleeve. Here we have, let's see, I think we added 8 chains. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So right in the center, just find a spot right in the very center. That looks about the center. So insert your hook there. Actually, I'm going to go here. Insert your hook there. Grab a loop. Chain 1. Actually, chain 2. And then we're going to make a double crochet. So chain 2, and into this same stitch here, make a double crochet. Now we're going to work double crochets here. So yarn over. We're going to skip one stitch and into the next make a double crochet. That's 2. Skip one and into the next make a double crochet. That's 3, and then here we're going to go into this gap right here, not this first one but this one here. Insert your hook there, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, then we have this double crochet, insert your hook there, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. So here I did like a stitch reduction, which counts as 1 double crochet. So we're going to do one more. So yarn over, insert your hook into this stitch. This stitch has this double crochet, so into that same space there, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, and into this first double crochet that's part of the sleeve, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, 3 loops, close. So I made 2 stitch reductions, 1 and 2, which counts as a double crochet each. So here we have, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets. Now we're just going to continue around the sleeve, just making double crochets. So continue like this, and I'll meet you here at this other end, right about here, to show you how we're going to finish this first row. Okay, I'm here at this other side of the sleeve. This is the first row. Up to here I have 32 double crochets, and this is the last double crochet for the sleeve. So into this stitch, yarn over, insert your hook, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into this stitch. This stitch has this double crochet, so into that same stitch, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. we're going to do the same thing we did here on this other side. So again, yarn over, insert your hook here where we have this double crochet, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into this gap here, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. Now between here and here we're going to make 3 double crochets. Here into this next stitch I'm going to make a double crochet into the next stitch here, and a double crochet into this last space here. There. Okay. So here we had 32 double crochets, then we did 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 double crochets for this first row. Now go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And this is how I finished the first row. Now here, if you want to continue with the same design here, you're going to have to turn for every row because that's what we did. I'm not going to turn, and I'm still going to keep the same design. So I'm going to make this easier. I know lots of you have commented on my other projects that you get lost with the stitch count when we do the sleeve, so I'm going to make this a lot easier. So I'm going to now chain 2, and into this same stitch here make a double crochet. Now we have these next 2 double crochets and we have the 2 stitch reductions we did. So we're going to reduce 2 stitches on this side and 2 stitches on this side. So here, yarn over, insert your hook on top of the next double crochet, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. And now we have the 2 stitch reductions. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the second stitch, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. So now here we have 1, 2, 3 double crochets. Now you're just going to continue around the sleeve, just making double crochets. Continue like this, and I'll meet you right about here to show you how we're going to finish this second row. Okay, I'm here at this other end of the sleeve. I have a total of 30 double crochets up to here, and I still have 5 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now into the next 4, we're going to do the same thing we did here on this other side. So yarn over, insert your hook into this stitch, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. Now to finish, into this last double crochet, make a double crochet. Now you should have a total of 33 double crochets. So here we had 30, 31, 32, 33 double crochets all around this second row. Now to finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now for the third row, we need to repeat the row of front post and back post double crochets since we're going to follow the same pattern. We have 2 rows of double crochets, so now we have to do the row of front post and back post double crochet. So to do this, chain 2, and this first double crochet that's here, work a front post double crochet into the next back post double crochet into the next front post double crochet into the next back post double crochet. This is all we're going to do for this third row. We're not going to work any more reductions or anything. From here on, we're always going to have 33 double crochets. Continue, and I'll meet you at the end of this third row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this third row. This is where we did front post and back post double crochets. Now to finish this row and all the rows to follow, just go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now from here on, we're just going to continue and repeat our pattern of 2 rows of double crochets, and then the third row is your front post and back post double crochet rows. So to start you off here, you're going to chain 2, and into this same stitch here, make your first double crochet. So for rows 4 and 5, you're just going to make double crochets like this all around. When you finish this row, you're just going to join here to the top of the first double crochet with a slip stitch, chain 2, and then repeat 1 more row. So for a total of 2 rows of double crochets, and then same thing, here for the third row. You're just going to do this last row that we did, the row of front post and back post double crochets. So continue like this, repeating these 3 rows. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do, but continue and I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making this sleeve. I did a total of 18 rows, and my row here at the end was the row of front post and back post double crochets. Now, I did the sleeve a bit long because I want this part here to fold. If you don't want the sleeve to fold, then you only need to do about 16 rows. And that's what it looks like. Now, you're going to do the exact same thing we did here on this side. You're going to do it here on this other side. I already did mine. I did it in the exact same way, and this is what it looks like. Now, I also went ahead and added this long chain. It's just a long chain that I did, and I just weaved it here in the middle, and this is what it looks like. It's all done. Here's our little coat or finished jacket, sweater, cardigan, done. This is what it looks like from the back. Here are our pleats. That's the back. Here's the sleeve. Okay, so now let me give you the finished measurements. From the top of the neckline down to the end of the sleeve, it measures 14 inches, which is about 35 centimeters. From under the sleeve to the end of the sleeve, it's measuring about 8 inches, which is about 20 centimeters. Now, from the top of the neckline down to the bottom here, it's measuring 16 inches, which is about 40 centimeters, and around the waist, it's measuring 21.5 inches, which is about 54 centimeters. Okay, so based on those measurements, I say that this little jacket here is for a little girl between 2 and 3 years old. Okay, so this has been today's tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.